Kareem al-Nasser had everything: wealth, power, and $1 billion empire. But when Filipina nurse Elena Santos entered his secret world, a hidden will exposed a shocking betrayal that ended in a deadly mystery. A billionaire's final decision would reveal secrets someone wanted buried forever. In the glamorous world of Dubai's richest businessmen, Kareem al-Nasser was known as a man who had built an incredible empire from the oil industry. His name was connected with luxury, success, and influence. He owned expensive properties, controlled major business deals, and was often seen among powerful figures. To the outside world, his life looked perfect. He appeared to be a successful businessman with a respected family and a future that seemed impossible to shake. But behind the walls of his private estate, Kareem lived a life filled with secrets. Away from his public image, there was a hidden relationship that very few people knew about. During a difficult period when Kareem required medical treatment, he met Elena Santos, a Filipina nurse working at a private hospital in Dubai. Elena was different from the people who surrounded Kareem every day. While many were interested in his wealth and status, she treated him with genuine care and patience. Over time, their professional connection slowly became a private relationship that Kareem carefully kept away from the public. He knew revealing the truth could create a major scandal. His family reputation, business partnerships, and social standing could all be affected. Because of this, Kareem made sure their relationship remained hidden from everyone around him. However, as Kareem's health began to decline, he started making decisions that would later shock everyone. People close to him noticed changes in his behavior, but nobody understood the reason behind them. Then, after his sudden disappearance from public life, a hidden secret from his private world began to surface. A discovery inside his office would soon expose a mystery that would change everything. The discovery of Kareem al-Nasser's secret will create a storm that nobody in his family expected. For years, everyone believed they understood how his fortune would be divided. His business empire, properties, and investments were expected to remain within the family. But the hidden document revealed a completely different plan. The will showed that Kareem had made a private decision that changed the future of his wealth. A significant portion of his assets was assigned to Elena Santos, the Filipina nurse who had remained a hidden part of his life. The news shocked his relatives, who struggled to understand why Kareem had chosen to keep such an important decision secret. The timing of the will became one of the biggest questions in the investigation. It had been prepared shortly before Kareem's health became worse, making some people suspicious about the events surrounding its creation. Investigators began examining every detail connected to the document, including when it was written, who knew about it, and why Kareem never revealed it publicly. As the investigation continued, unusual activity was discovered around Kareem's private office. Security records showed that someone had entered the area during a time when the property was supposed to be empty. The person's identity remained unclear, but the discovery raised new concerns. The secret was no longer just a family matter. It became a possible clue in a much bigger mystery. Then investigators reviewed the estate's security footage and noticed something strange. A figure appeared on camera during the same period when important documents connected to Kareem's final decisions were being handled. The footage opened a new path in the investigation and suggested that someone may have been trying to hide the truth. The night Kareem al-Nasser disappeared became the turning point in the entire investigation. Until that moment, his family believed they were dealing with a private issue involving his health and the unexpected secret will. But as investigators examined the events of that evening, they discovered signs that suggested something much more serious had happened. Security footage from Kareem's estate showed unusual activity around the property. Several movements were recorded, but the details were difficult to understand at first. A person was seen entering the area without appearing on the main security records, raising questions about how they gained access and why they avoided being noticed. Investigators discovered that Kareem had arranged a private meeting on the same night. The meeting was not listed in his official schedule, and only a few people knew about it. This detail became important because it suggested that Kareem may have been preparing to reveal something before he vanished. As authorities looked deeper, they uncovered financial records showing unusual transactions connected to people close to Kareem. The information created suspicion and changed the direction of the case. What first appeared to be a personal disappearance started looking like a carefully planned event. Elena Santos was brought into focus because of her connection with Kareem. Many people questioned her role, but investigators found that the situation was more complicated than it appeared. Evidence suggested that she might have been unaware of the hidden conflicts surrounding Kareem's wealth and family. The biggest breakthrough came when investigators recovered a damaged storage device from Kareem's private office. Inside were files that revealed Kareem had been secretly collecting information about someone he trusted. The discovery suggested that he had sensed danger before he disappeared and had been preparing evidence to protect himself. The hidden files discovered in Kareem al-Nasser's office revealed a side of his life that very few people knew about. Behind the image of a powerful businessman was a man who had become increasingly concerned about problems within his own family and company. The documents showed that Kareem had been carefully watching events around him and had started questioning the actions of people closest to him. Investigators found records of private financial activities, unexplained transfers, and business decisions that appeared unusual. These details suggested that someone inside Kareem's circle may have been trying to gain control over parts of his empire. The more investigators examined the information, the more they realized that the conflict was not simply about money. It was about power, influence, and control. The secret became even more important because it showed Kareem had planned for a future where his decisions could not be changed easily. His choice to include Elena Santos in his final arrangements created tension because many people believed they had a claim over his wealth. However, investigators discovered another reason behind Kareem's decision. Elena had been one of the few people who stayed close to him during his difficult period. She had supported him when his health was failing and when others around him were focused on business matters. The evidence suggested that Kareem's final actions were not based only on personal feelings. They were connected to his desire to protect what he believed was right. As investigators continued studying the files, they found signs that Kareem had been preparing for betrayal. He had gathered information, saved records, and created a hidden trail of evidence. The mystery surrounding his disappearance was becoming clearer, but the person behind it was still unknown. Months after Kareem al-Nasser disappeared, investigators continued searching for answers. The case had already revealed secrets about his family, his hidden relationship, and the mysterious will, but one important question remained unanswered. What truly happened on the night he vanished? Authorities decided to re-examine every piece of available evidence, especially the security footage from Kareem's estate and nearby areas. Hundreds of hours of CCTV recordings were carefully reviewed, and investigators finally noticed something unusual. A vehicle connected to the al-Nasser family property appeared in the area during the exact time Kareem disappeared. The footage was not clear enough to immediately identify who was involved, but it provided a major breakthrough. Investigators tracked the vehicle's movement and discovered that it had traveled away from the city toward an abandoned industrial location. When authorities searched the area, they found evidence that suggested Kareem's disappearance was not an accident. The discovery changed the entire case and confirmed their worst suspicions. The investigation officially moved from a missing person case into a possible murder investigation. The news shocked many people because Kareem had been a powerful figure who seemed protected by his wealth and influence. However, the evidence showed that even the most successful people could become victims of hidden conflicts. During the investigation, another important clue was uncovered inside Kareem's private files. A hidden message revealed that he had been collecting evidence because he believed someone close to him might betray him. Kareem had secretly prepared information that could expose the truth if anything happened to him. The CCTV footage, financial records, and hidden documents began connecting the pieces of a mystery that had been carefully covered for a long time. The investigation into Kareem al-Nasser's disappearance reached a critical stage when authorities finally connected the evidence gathered from CCTV footage, financial records, and hidden documents. What appeared to be a complicated mystery involving wealth and inheritance slowly revealed a much darker truth. Investigators discovered that the person responsible was not a stranger or someone outside Kareem's world. The events were connected to someone who had been close to him for years and understood his personal life, business operations, and private decisions. This person had access to information that allowed them to manipulate events without attracting immediate attention. The motive behind the crime was linked to fear of losing power and control. Kareem's secret had created a threat for someone who believed their future depended on controlling his fortune and influence. The document was not simply an inheritance decision. It was a sign that Kareem had already made plans to protect his choices. As the evidence became stronger, investigators also confirmed that Elena Santos was not involved in Kareem's disappearance. Her connection to him had caused public suspicion, but the investigation showed that she had no knowledge of the hidden plans surrounding the will and the events that followed. The truth revealed that Kareem had sensed problems around him before his disappearance. He had saved important records and created a hidden trail of evidence, hoping that the truth would eventually be discovered. In the end, the secret that caused so much conflict became the key piece that exposed the betrayal. Kareem's final decision uncovered the hidden struggle inside his own circle and revealed that the danger had come from someone he once trusted. The case of Kareem al-Nasser became one of the most discussed mysteries connected to Dubai's wealthy elite. The investigation revealed that behind the image of success, luxury, and power was a story filled with hidden secrets, personal conflicts, and a dangerous struggle for control. The discovery of the secret changed everything. What was first seen as a family disagreement over money became the key to uncovering the events that led to Kareem's disappearance. The document revealed his final wishes and exposed the tension that existed behind the scenes of his powerful empire. After the truth was uncovered, the evidence collected from CCTV recordings, financial documents, and hidden files helped investigators understand what had happened. The people connected to the betrayal were finally identified, and the mystery surrounding Kareem's final days was brought into the open. Elena Santos continued to face public attention because of her connection with Kareem, but the investigation showed that her role was very different from what many people originally believed. Her story became a reminder that appearances could be misleading and that not every person connected to a tragedy is responsible for it. Kareem's legacy became more than just his wealth or business achievements. His final decisions revealed the importance of trust, loyalty, and the hidden conflicts that can exist even among powerful people. Years later, the case remained a reminder that secrets cannot always stay hidden forever. The security footage, the forgotten documents, and the secret will eventually reveal the truth that many never expected. Behind the luxury lifestyle and public success was a story of ambition, betrayal, and a final attempt to protect the truth. Kareem's last actions ensured that the mystery would not remain buried forever.